So you've been working those extra hours at work, putting in that OT, trying to save up some extra money because you're planning a trip to Vegas and you want to have a memorable trip, one of those trips that you'll never forget. And you want to have some extra money because you're trying to stay at one of the best hotels in Las Vegas, one of the top tier hotels. And then you get to a point where you're like, man, what are the best hotels in Vegas? What are the top 5 hotels in Vegas? So today we're going to talk about just that, the top 5 hotels in Las Vegas, the best hotels in Las Vegas, the creme de la creme, homie, of hotels in Las Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip. So without further ado, let's get started. Now recently I made a video on the worst hotels in Las Vegas. Oh my God, those hotels are trash. And it seemed to be a real big hit with a lot of people in the Vegas community or people who just traveled to Vegas in general. And one of the common questions I got after I uploaded that video was, are you gonna do one on the best hotels in Las Vegas, or you should do one on the best hotels in Las Vegas? Which brings us here today. Now one thing that I did not do in that video that I will do in this video is I didn't do my honorable mention list. So coming up with this 5 list really wasn't easy, but if you've been around this channel long enough, you know I make my videos as unbiased as possible, as a lot of you will see in this video today. So my first honorable mention hotel is going to be the Palazzo Hotel and Casino, the sister property of the Venetian. Now, Palazzo, as I've said over the years, is a hotel that I would stay at. I actually like the Palazzo, but I wouldn't say as the hotel overall that it's a better hotel than the Venetian or some of the other hotels that I actually have on this list. So I have them as an honorable mention. And then my second honorable mention, which is going to be very controversial to some people in this Wynn core community, is Encore. Now Encore is a beautiful luxury all-suite hotel, same as Palazzo, but Encore is top tier. It's very popular. You will see some celebrities from time to time staying at the Encore. But as an overall hotel, I don't have Encore in my top 5. I'm sure some of you do. You can debate me in the comments. But that's going to be my second honorable mention. I will probably put Encore 6 and Palazzo number 7. Now, let's get into the top 5 hotels in Las Vegas. The hotels that's worth that money, baby. At the number 5 spot, I have Resorts World. Now, when Resorts World first opened a little less than a year ago, I originally had looked at Resorts World and I told people that I thought Resorts World was overrated. It had a bunch of hype and there was a lot of things that was going on, but things hadn't fully been opened. So I didn't really feel Resorts World necessarily was living up to the hype. But as things have progressed over the last year, I can honestly sit back and admit and say that there are still certain parts of Resorts World that I do feel are overrated. But I do believe that it's a hotel that we have to put in the top 5 hotels in Las Vegas. My reasons for that, first being, everyone who goes to Vegas wants to go to Resorts World. It's like that eye candy that everybody sees and everybody wants to check out. They see the big LED screen on the side of the building that's always advertising something. Then when you go inside, there's just a lot to explore. You've got the district that has some fine dining options, and then you've got the Globe that everybody loves to check out at Resorts World. They've got the shops there. When it comes to lounges, Gatsby Lounge is a very popular lounge that people like to go to and hang out. The casino is just beautiful. You've got IU Day Club and Zouk Nightclub, which are 2 of the most popular clubs in the day and nightlife scene. And then everyone is aware of the famous foods where they've got the street foods with different vendors that you can choose and then order directly from the tablet. And then of course, everyone knows about the pool complex. They have a very, very nice pool complex. And then they have the private VIP pool for those who are actually staying there, or they have the area reserved that has the infinity pool that has drawn a lot of attention as well. And then of course, with this being the newest hotel in Vegas, all of their rooms and all of the towers are really nice. I haven't been to the Croxford Tower yet, but most people aren't going to stay in the Croxford Tower because those room rates are crazy. But the Hilton Tower and the Conrad Tower, even their base rooms, they're really nice and they're really clean and they're modern. But the biggest knock at Resorts World and why I have it on the 5 spot is because for what you would pay to stay in the base rooms at this hotel, you could probably get better rooms at other luxury hotels for the same price, if not less, depending on your travel days. But because of its location as well, being closer toward the northern end of the strip, past all of the other hotels on this list, it really hurts a lot. And a lot of people will tell you that as nice as Resorts World is, and as much as they'll go and hang around, they'll more than likely want to stay somewhere else. So with it being a hotel that offers a lot, the fact that most people aren't going to probably want to stay here most of the time is why I have it at the 5 spot. But this is the hotel at the 5 spot. Let's go ahead and check out the next hotel on this top hotels list. At the number 4 spot, we have Aria. My oh my, the flack that Aria has gotten over the last year. Now, over the last year, there were a couple of videos that went out from people that had a bad stay at Aria, and some of those videos went viral, and so it started to give Aria a bad look because they had a bad stay, they had a bad experience, and then they were trying to put it out as if Aria was no longer a luxury hotel if it wasn't a top tier hotel. Some of them went back on what they said after further evaluation. But it's just a simple case that no matter what hotel you stay at, there's always going to be people that have bad rooms, that have a bad experience, and it's just going to ruin their stay. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Aria is a luxury top tier hotel. As soon as you walk into Aria, if you were blindfolded, the first thing that would stand out to you is the distinctive scent that they have at Aria that you will not smell anywhere else. You'll walk into the hotel lobby, you can just see that every year they have some type of different seasonal theme in the hotel lobby, but you just know you're walking to a luxury hotel. Aria has an array of fine dining different options. They also have some dining options for people who might want to be more budget cautious. When it comes to entertainment, Jewel is a hip hop club at Aria. It's one of the top clubs in Las Vegas. They also have Liquid Pool, which is a day club, and then their pool complex is very, very nice. And then when you go into their base rooms, which was some of the knock that people were saying were bad, they've got very nice luxury rooms. As soon as you walk into the room, they've got motorized panels that automatically open upon arrival. The bathrooms have dual vanity sinks, enclosed soak-in tub, walk-in showers, and then you have floor-to-ceiling windows. You've also got a tablet where you can not only control things inside of the room, you can order room service and make appointments at the spa. So when you talk about a luxury hotel, Aria is definitely one of the tops. I'm not gonna say it's the top, but it's one of the tops. But I have them at my 4 list because as nice of a hotel and as great as a hotel it is, there are a few other hotels that offer a little bit more. So Aria, for those of you who didn't know, is my second favorite hotel. And I said I was gonna make this video on bias, which is why I have it as the 4th best hotel in Vegas, even though it's my second favorite. Let's move on and talk about the top 3 hotels in Las Vegas. At the number 3 spot, I have the Venetian Hotel and Casino. Now, the Venetian is probably one hotel that I would say is universally loved by everyone. I don't think I've ever seen anyone say anything negative about Venetian, to be honest. And it may be debatably the best themed hotel amongst people who love themed hotels. Of course, the theme is from Venice, Italy, and if you look at the photos, I've never been to Venice, but I look at the photos and then I look at the Venetian and I'm just like spot on, spot on. As soon as you walk into the hotel, as with these other hotels, you know it's a luxury hotel, but you can tell that it's themed and that they wanted to make it feel like it's in Italy because you can just see the design all through the hotel. But it feels like you're also in a luxury experience as well. There's plenty of dining options at the Venetian. It's connected to the Palazzo, so you can walk through there. It's also got the Grand Canal shops that people love to explore. But one of the biggest things that stands out about the Venetian is it is great for bachelor and bachelorette parties. The most viewed video on this channel today is my luxury king suite at the Venetian, and it's for a reason. Regardless if you're going for a romantic getaway or if you're going for a bachelor or bachelorette party, the standard suites are so spacious, it makes you feel like you're home away from home. The bathrooms have soak-in tubs, walk-in showers. You can either get the king or 2 queen options. You've got the Bella Queen suite if you want 2 queen beds. But then they have a sunken living room to make the suite feel divided in half. And with that sunken living room, you get a couch that has a pull-out sleeper sofa. So you can in essence have 3 beds in a base suite at a hotel, and that's just unheard of in Vegas. And most of the times, because this is a 5-star hotel, it is on the pricier side, but you can also find it at an affordable rate. Especially if you have a big group, you can just divide up the pricing. When you look at entertainment, they just renovated the pool complex at Venetian, but they also have Tao, the restaurant, which is popular amongst a lot of celebrities that go to Vegas. But they also have Tao nightclub, which is a popular hip hop and mixed genre club in Vegas now. And then they just reopened Tao Beach, which is one of the top, if not the top pool party this pool season in 2022. You've got artists of all music genres that have been at Tao Beach. There's a lot to see, a lot to do, and a lot to explore at Venetian. That's why I have it at number 3. But there's 2 other hotels that I would put just above the Venetian. So let's go ahead and talk about these top 2 hotels in Las Vegas. At the number 2 spot, I have the Wynn, and I know the Wynn gang has something to say. This is the hotel that is debated back and forth between a lot of people and myself in this community as the top 2 hotels. They think Wynn is number 1. I have Wynn at number 2. And truthfully, I have no problem if people were to think that the Wynn is the best hotel in Las Vegas, but I'm gonna break down and explain why. The Wynn is a beautiful hotel. I don't have to describe how luxurious it looks. The first time I went into the Wynn, I was honestly scared to touch something because I was like, if I break something, I probably can't afford to replace it. So let me be cautious at what I do. As soon as you walk in, you know you're somewhere fancy. The hotel check-in just gives you instant 5-star vibes. They just recently renovated the rooms. I actually haven't been in the updated rooms, but I do have a room tour of their older rooms, and I've looked at the photos and seen some of the newer photos. You can definitely tell they put money into the renovation to update the rooms, still keep that luxury feel, and definitely make you feel like you're still in a modern top tier room. There's plenty of dining options. Delilah is a restaurant that people have been trying to get into that is just extremely hard to get into. It's very popular. You've also got Sinatra, which is a delicious Italian restaurant. And then you've got the SW Steakhouse where you can dine and then have a view of the Lake of Dreams. So Wynn is definitely a hot spot for people who want to stay somewhere high class. And it's also a hot spot for some of your favorite LeBron James, Anthony Davis. No telling who you might run into at the Wynn. Wynn's location is the biggest knock for me, is why I have it as the second best hotel, because one of the most important factors for anybody that's going to Las Vegas is location. And that location at the Wynn is not the most ideal for people, but that doesn't take away from how luxurious the hotel is, which is why I have it at the 2 spot. Plus a couple of other things that I will touch on as I get to the number 1 hotel. But I have Wynn as number 2, so let's go ahead and talk about the best hotel, in my opinion, in Las Vegas. And at the number 1 spot for the best hotel in Las Vegas, I have the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas. Now, as I mentioned in the last segment, I always go back and forth with people about the Wynn. And the truth of the matter is both of these hotels are incredible hotels. But the Cosmo just offer things that you don't get at any other hotel, and that's what stands out about the Cosmopolitan. Number 1, it's a 5-star luxury hotel, and it's in the middle of the strip, which puts you in the center of everything. Doesn't matter if you want to go south, doesn't matter if you want to go north, you're in the center of everything, and there's a lot not only around the Cosmopolitan, but at the hotel as well, to the point where you can stay at the Cosmo all day and have a great day experience without even leaving the hotel. Once you arrive at the Cosmo, as soon as you go to check in, you're gonna instantly realize you're somewhere special by the 3D graphic pillars that they have at their hotel check-in, something that stands out among all of the other hotels in Las Vegas. You've got the Chandelier Bar, which is one of the most popular bars in Las Vegas, not only because of the appeal and it's being the perfect backdrop for all of the photos that you might see on social media, but the drinks at all of the bars are absolutely delicious. You can go to each bar and there's typically a signature drink that's dedicated to that particular bar. So that's a surprise that you can go and check out when you go to those bars. They have a wide variety of dining options. STK is a steakhouse at the Cosmopolitan, which is one of the top steakhouses in all of Las Vegas. On the second level, you've got the food court with multiple dining options at an affordable price. Then you've got Eggslut, which to this day, I still can't understand why people will wait an hour and a half to 2 hours for a breakfast sandwich. But Eggslut is at the Cosmo and people are obsessed with Eggslut. I don't know why. Then when you talk about entertainment, you've got Marquee Day Club and you have Marquee Nightclub, which are 2 of the premier clubs in the day and nightlife scene. Not only do you have the nightclubs, you have a couple of speakeasies at Cosmo as well. You can actually go through the food court on the second level and go to Ghost Donkey, which is a tequila bar, or you can go down to the main level and go through the barbershop and actually go to the speakeasy inside of the barbershop through the janitor door. And then you can have karaoke some nights or have live music other nights. In the wintertime, the Cosmo actually turns their boulevard pool into an ice skating rink. And then saving the best for last is, as this video started, I told you if you were working overtime, you were trying to get that extra money to save up that money for a top tier experience, what you're gonna get at the Cosmo is something that you won't get at any of the other hotels on the strip. A very nice luxury suite with a beautiful balcony view. Saving up that money to be able to go on vacation, have you a nice floor, walk into the rooms, you've got a nice bathroom with a soaking tub, huge walk-in shower, you've got a comfortable bed when you sit on your bed, you've got 2 TVs, one across from the bed area, another one across from the dining area, and then you just look out that window and you're like, wait a minute, is it really a balcony door? And then you slide the door open to unforgettable and undescribable views of the Las Vegas Strip. All of this combined into one is exactly why I have the Cosmopolitan as the best hotel in Las Vegas. But these are my 5 best hotels in Las Vegas, my top 5 hotels. If there's a hotel that you would have put in this list and a hotel that you would have taken out, let me know in the comments below. Or if you would have rearranged hotels in this list, comment below and let me know where you would have moved which hotel to what and why you would have done so as well. But that's going to do it for this video. If you all enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and as always, thanks for watching.